My first video was of recommended steps to do if someone is dying, and I've gone over the first recommendation, the second recommendation, the first one being educate yourself on the dying process and know what to expect. The second one is realize that you have no control over it and accept what is happening. Those are in my previous videos. And now this one is make them as comfortable as you can, because that is what you do have control over. And so what that means is you make them as comfortable as you can. So if they're at home, you could light candles and play music and have the things that they love around them, including yourself. You can, and let's say if they're not at home, let's say they're in the hospital. You don't have control over them being in the hospital, right? But you can make it as comfortable as you can. So you may not be able to have, candles as far as like burning candles, but you can have lit candles. Like not lit candles, like those LED candles. You can have some of their favorite items around them, maybe a favorite blanket, maybe favorite smells, flowers, things to help them feel as comfortable as you can be in a hospital place, including some better pillows and so forth. Now, the other important key is they can hear you. Like, even if they're not there coherently, or let's say they're non-responsive, they don't lose their hearing. They can still hear you. They can still feel you. And then feeling and hearing. So use those two things to your advantage. So speak to them. Tell them what you want to tell them. Tell them how much you love them. Tell them how great they've done throughout their life. Tell them what a difference they've made to you in your life. Shower them with loving thoughts and pieces of old memories that are just happy memories, to help them hear you. So even if, let's say, for example, they may not be dying or they could be dying, you don't know if they're going to die, the same thing applies. Shower them with all of that love and affection that you can, because even if they come out of it, you've just given them a beautiful gift, the beautiful gift of you telling them how you really truly feel. And so that is going to help them feel calmer, feel more at peace. Also, touch. So once we leave the physical body, we're now spiritual form, we're consciousness. And I'm sure there's probably ways to have touch, but it may not be the same as human earthly touch being here. So touch them, hold their hand, caress their hair, brush their hair, rub their feet. Who doesn't love to have their feet rubbed? I know that sounds crazy, but I rub my mom's feet whenever I could. I would also do Reiki energy on her. I would do crystal energy work on her. If you have somebody that can come in and do that to help her feel more at peace and maybe relieve some of the pain, maybe feel more calm, maybe feel more rested, maybe less anxious. All these things to help set the tone of them feeling comfortable. I would even also just, like how you do with babies, and you just caress their face and their arms and their legs. Do that. It doesn't matter that they're a grown adult. Do that as well. They love touch just as much as you loved it when you were a child. So I would caress my mom's face, her arms, her shoulders, her legs, and I'd rub her feet. And then I go back to her hair and just caress her hair. And just being there with her, touching her like that, I believe that helped her feel more at peace. Considering the type of cancer she had, she didn't have, as much pain as you think that you would have. She seemed very relaxed and calm as can be, in that situation. So don't be afraid to touch them and to talk to them and read to them. Like, if you don't have anything to say, then get something out and read to them. Read to them something inspiring. Play music. Music is so important, especially for some people. Or if she liked paintings, have paintings around. Even though she can't see them, the energy of the painting is there. But playing music that is inspiring. So I had this song, it was called Akaal. It's like Akaal. And I would play it for my mom. And it's also, that was actually a song. It's supposed to be a chant for when they're transitioning to the other side. And I would call in Archangel Zadkiel, because he's great with helping the transition of leaving this earth, also with the grieving people around. So all these things to kind of set the mood, set the tone, and help them be comfortable, and including, as far as staying on top of making sure she's being taken care of. Make sure that whoever's coming and taking care of her is doing it good, and they're shifting her as many times as she needs to be shifted, and changing any Depends or whatever that she's wearing, making sure that these things are happening, including making sure that she's comfortable. If you notice that they're in pain, maybe ask for pain meds. So towards the end, my mom was getting morphine every 3 hours because that's what she needed. And educating yourself was part of the first one. So when they stop eating and drinking, a lot of times the stopping drinking has to do with your body becomes dehydrated. When your body becomes dehydrated, it starts to become, I've read, more numb, so they don't feel as much pain. So there's a reason why they stop eating and drinking. The body knows what it needs to do in order to die. And you need to follow that process and remember that, and try not to force something upon them that they don't need. Now, if they need pain meds, by all means, give them pain meds. But just being there with them in that moment is going to help them tremendously. And playing those soothing things, even singing bowls or whatever it is that you need to do, and caress their hand and read them a book, read them their favorite book, or play something in the background that they used to love watching. Those things will help them feel less anxious and more relaxed, and that makes the transition a lot easier. I hope this information helps you. Love always and forever. Bye for now.